These terrifying historical photos from the execution of Che Guevara will leave you shocked. The legacy of Che Guevara is one of the most controversial topics in modern history. While some consider him a revolutionary hero, others view him as a ruthless murderer. Regardless of your stance, one thing is undeniable. The events surrounding his capture and execution in Bolivia in 1967 are shrouded in mystery and intrigue. In this video, we'll take a closer look at some of the most haunting and terrifying historical photos from that fateful time, and explore the stories and legends that have grown up around them. Get ready to be shocked and amazed by what you're about to see. Ernesto Che Guevara, a renowned Marxist revolutionary icon, was executed in Bolivia on October 9, 1967, following his capture by CIA-assisted forces during his attempt to incite a revolution. This event has since become a subject of intense scrutiny and debate, with many speculating about the true motivations and circumstances surrounding his death. Despite the passage of time, the legacy of Che Guevara and his controversial death continues to captivate the public imagination and remains a significant moment in the history of Latin America and the world. The early years of Che Guevara, from medicine to Marxism. Ernesto Che Guevara was born in Argentina and led a relatively ordinary life until he embarked on a motorcycle journey around South America during his studies at the University of Buenos Aires. This trip exposed him to the social and economic injustices faced by the people of Latin America, and he began to associate himself with left-wing organizations fighting for social justice. The evolution of Che Guevara, from revolution to socialism. Ernesto Che Guevara's journey began when he joined the 26th of July movement after meeting Fidel and Raúl Castro in Mexico during their exile. He went on to play a prominent role in the Cuban Revolution that overthrew the regime of Batista. After the revolution's success, Guevara held several positions in the Cuban government, including Ministry of Industry. It was during this time that he began to refine his socialist views and became an advocate for Marxist principles. He believed in the need for a global revolution and actively sought to spread his ideology to other countries. Che Guevara's failed revolution in Bolivia. In April 1965, Ernesto Che Guevara resigned from his post in the Cuban government. It is believed by some that his departure was due to a disagreement with Fidel Castro over economic and foreign policy. After traveling through various countries, Guevara eventually arrived in Bolivia with the intention of inciting a revolution and establishing a socialist state. He gathered a group of guerrilla fighters, but the harsh conditions and the lack of support from the local population proved to be major obstacles to their success. The fall of Che Guevara, the Bolivian Special Forces operation that ended a revolution. Ernesto Che Guevara's attempt to provoke a Marxist revolution in Bolivia came to an end on October 8, 1967, when he was captured during a massive operation carried out by Bolivian Special Forces. The operation was planned with the assistance of Felix Rodriguez, a Cuban exile turned CIA operative who provided crucial intelligence and advice to the Bolivian forces. The operation involved 1,800 Special Forces troops surrounding Guevara's camp in the Euro Ravine, where he had been leading a group of guerrilla fighters. A fierce firefight ensued, during which Guevara was wounded. Eventually, he was forced to surrender and was taken into custody. The mysterious circumstances surrounding Che Guevara's execution. After his capture by CIA-assisted forces in Bolivia, Ernesto Che Guevara was taken to a nearby schoolhouse for interrogation by Bolivian officers. However, their attempts proved unsuccessful. The following day, the Bolivian president ordered Guevara's execution. He was shot 9 times in a manner intended to make it appear as though he had sustained the injuries during a clash with the Bolivian army. The details surrounding Guevara's death remain shrouded in mystery and controversy, with many speculating about the true motives behind his execution. Some believe it was a politically motivated assassination, while others see it as a justified act of war. Regardless of where one stands on the issue, the circumstances surrounding Che Guevara's execution continued to be the subject of much debate and intrigue. In conclusion, the historical photos from the execution of Che Guevara in Bolivia are a stark reminder of the violence and brutality that often accompanies political conflict. These haunting images, captured in the aftermath of Guevara's execution, have become an enduring symbol of revolution, resistance, and struggle. While opinions about Guevara and his legacy remain divided, it is important to recognize the human cost of armed struggle and to strive for peaceful solutions to our differences.